connecting neighborhoods across the Treasure and Magic Valleys, telling stories from within our communities. This is Good Morning Idaho.
Hey, good morning, Idaho. It is 6 a.m. on a Wednesday morning, and I'm senior reporter Roland Barris. We are coming to you live this morning from Firebird Raceway. You can see the funny car behind me here. It's ahead of this weekend's Night Fire Nationals. It's the biggest event of the year here, and a great weekend for it because it's going to be absolutely beautiful weather. We're going to have more on that coming up. Also, lots to get to this morning from our local and national reporters, like the very latest on the tsunami alerts issued for Alaska, Hawaii, and the West Coast. This after, if you didn't hear about this, a massive 8.8 magnitude earthquake that hit off Russia, and we'll have that latest information on that. Looks like the concern over that is starting to tampen down a little bit. Also coming up in our next half hour, our Riley Shoemaker bringing us an update on Highway 55's iconic Rainbow Bridge, which could be at the end of an era, as ITD now says it will likely have to come down. They're hoping to keep it around as something pretty to look at, maybe as a footbridge, but looks like that might be changing. We'll check in on that story coming up in just a bit. But first, the latest on our weather with Sophia Cruz. Good morning, Sophia. It's beautiful out here this morning. I even have a little bit of a vest on because it's a little chilly. Not bad, but it's nice.
Yeah, Roland, welcome back, first of all, and you won't need that into the afternoon. But first, I want to touch on the major headlines that you're going to see posted all over the internet today, and as you really tune in with us even this morning. The earthquake that happened yesterday, this is at about 8.8 magnitude, and just looking and seeing why this is grabbing so much attention. Now, this isn't the largest earthquake we've ever seen recorded. That one was in Chile, but you'll notice that one sat at about 9.5. 8.8 isn't too far off from the one that we saw in 1952 in Russia. So it's not the largest earthquake reported there, but it's been the largest one recorded since 2011. So still pretty large. We'll be talking about how this affects us closer to home, but you'll notice again, it's still going to be a pretty quiet day ahead for us. We do have a red flag warning as you make your way into eastern Oregon, so heads up on that end to avoid outdoor burning. We are looking at some changes as we head into next week. Roland?
Yeah, you know, in the last couple of days, we've had plenty of lightning out there, so we're lucky we haven't had more fires than we have. Thanks, Sophia. Appreciate it. We start this half hour on a Wednesday with an update on that tragic plane crash in Nampa that claimed the lives of a young family over the weekend. Our Leslie Solis shares what we've learned since about the 3 victims on board.
Authorities say Justine and Brandon Leroy and their 23-month-old son, Paxton Leroy, perished in the crash. I'm a neighborhood reporter, Leslie Solis, in a statement, a family member telling me words fail in moments like this. At approximately 5:41 p.m. on Sunday, an aircraft bearing tail number N5764H went down on Oak Street. The crash claimed the lives of 3 people on board, but miraculously, no one on ground was injured. Neighbors say the pilot crashed into a shed, avoiding houses with people inside. The Kane County coroner has confirmed the victims as members of the Leroy family. 30-year-old Justine Leroy, 43-year-old Brandon Leroy, and their 23-month-old son, Paxton Leroy. In a heartfelt statement, a family member told us, "To say we miss them doesn't come close. Words fell in moments like this, and yet even in our grief, we are not without hope." They described Brandon as a man of rare loyalty and generosity. Justine, they said, fit into their lives as if she had always been a part of the family. And Paxton was remembered as a joyful little boy full of life. Together, they shared, they were building a life marked by love, purpose, and promise. As for the crash, it remains under investigation. We will continue to bring you the latest updates. To read the full family statement, visit idahonews6.com. I'm your neighborhood reporter, Leslie Solis, for Idaho News 6.
This morning, one of the largest earthquakes on record has millions along the Pacific bracing for the threat of a tsunami. A massive magnitude 8.8 earthquake struck off the coast of Russia Tuesday, triggering tsunami warnings and evacuations in more than 20 countries. Russia, the first to feel the effects, this video circulating online shows the waves rushing into a coastal city, carrying buildings away. In Hawaii, officials asking families to get to higher ground.
We would not be doing this if this wasn't most serious at this point in time. So please take this very seriously, and don't go down to the beach. Don't be looking at waves. get yourself as high as you possibly can.
Hawaii's most famous beaches evacuated as lifeguards tell families to leave immediately. Hotels on the island also telling guests to move to higher floors. The governor of Hawaii warning that all shores of the island are at risk for a significant wave that could be 6 feet or higher. In an alert, the National Weather Service warned the danger can continue for many hours after the initial wave as more arrive. The National Tsunami Warning Center, based in Alaska, also issuing a tsunami warning for parts of the state. And on the West Coast, a tsunami warning also issued for the California coast, from Cape Mendocino north to the Oregon border, but the entire West Coast on alert overnight.
Attention please, attention please. Tsunami alert is issued now.
And in Japan, millions of people told to evacuate, some people even seen moving to the top of tall buildings.
Please do not run out of the building and stay in the room.
Several U.S. military bases in the path of the tsunami are bracing for impact, evacuating some facilities and urging families to get to safety. Nicole D'Antonio, ABC News, Washington.
According to the director of the Pacific Tsunami Warning Center, Chip McCreary, Hawaii is past the worst part of the statewide tsunami warning, which has now been lowered to an advisory. McCreary added that the state is unlikely to see any impacts bigger than they've already seen.
Valley View School District teachers are just days away from their first day of school, and many here at the new Falcon Ridge Elementary are busy moving into their new classrooms. And the playground is under construction, getting ready to welcome students to their first day on August 13th. I'm your Nampa neighborhood reporter, Keith Burrell, and I'm learning from staff what it's like to open a new school.
It's really exciting because you get to start something new, like start it from the ground up, build the culture of the school.
Just over a week before these buildings see students for the first time ever, final touches are still in the works as teachers get settled into their new classrooms at Falcon Ridge.
I anticipated there's going to be some bumps in the road. You know, we are just moving in today, or actually yesterday, we just moved staff in and we're still trying to figure some things out.
Still on the to-do list, stocking library shelves with almost 2,000 books.
And so we just need to take some of the bookshelves out so there'll be a smooth process.
Yeah, of course.
Falcon Ridge, along with Desert Springs Elementary, is home to the district's GRIT program, space dedicated to building students' behavioral and social-emotional skills with hopes of eventually transitioning into general education classrooms. Principal Polson spent 8 years as a special education director and now hopes to see collaboration among departments.
How do we meet that need? Is it in this program? Is it a combination of programs? Is it a little bit of pushing in the classroom and a little bit of pull out? It all depends. It's kid by kid.
And this year, these teachers are going through change right alongside those new students who are preparing to enter Falcon Ridge for their first time and make new friends.
There's a lot of unknowns, so there's always going to be some scary feelings for kids that they have to process.
Falcon Ridge Elementary is going to be welcoming 525 students on that first day, 75% of its capacity. Several developments have been proposed that would bring around 1,400 homes nearby, leading some district officials to be concerned that even new schools like Falcon Ridge will be over capacity by the end of the decade. From Falcon Ridge Elementary, I'm your Nampa neighborhood reporter Keith Burrell for Idaho News 6.
Overnight, about 25 miles south of Bruno, a wildfire has erupted to over 20,000 acres. According to BLM Idaho Fire, it was lightning caused, and aircraft are actively knocking forward fire progression down. Meanwhile, crews on the ground are protecting values at risk and working to contain the fire's spread. At this point, there is no estimated time of control or containment, but there are no threats to structures or homes. One of two teens charged with first-degree murder for the deadly stabbing of an 18-year-old in Gooding County has changed his plea to guilty. 17-year-old Alexander Garcia making a deal with prosecutors to avoid additional charges of destruction of evidence and failure to notify of a death. As we reported, Garcia and another teen, 15-year-old Roland De La Cruz, are being charged as adults for the deadly beating and stabbing of Dax Richens. The young man's body was found in a shallow grave last September. Garcia is set to be scheduled in early October. De La Cruz faces the same murder charge and has a pretrial hearing set for next week. It's a clash between the White House and Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell. The Fed is set to make a decision on interest rates today. Predictions and potential outcomes coming up. Hey everybody, it is 12 minutes past the hour on this Wednesday morning. Let's take a look at your national headlines today. The Justice Department wants more Jeffrey Epstein case records unsealed. Attorney General Pam Bondi filing a memo citing intense public interest. Meanwhile, President Trump has maintained that he wants to move on from the Jeffrey Epstein files, but his recent comments have been damaging to that effort. On Tuesday, Trump acknowledged that he and Epstein had a falling out because Epstein was poaching young women who worked in the spa at his Mar-a-Lago club. The answer calling into question Trump's honesty about his relationship with Epstein, but also his potential knowledge of the accused sex offender's misconduct. The National Transportation Safety Board is set to hold a public hearing today on the mid-air collision in Washington, D.C. that left 67 people dead. The investigative hearing will last 3 days, and it's going to cover everything from airspace rules around the Reagan National Airport to collision avoidance technology to pilot training. Representatives from the Army and the Federal Aviation Administration expected to face tough questions from NTSB's board about the crash. A final determination about the cause of the crash is expected either late this year or sometime early next year. And singer Ozzy Osbourne will be laid to rest in the UK today. Osbourne died on July 22nd at the age of 76. His death was just a week after his Back to the Beginning concert, where he performed one final time with members of Black Sabbath. Osbourne's procession will march through his hometown of Birmingham and will end at the Black Sabbath Bridge. Afterward, the family will hold a private funeral. All right, shifting now to interest rates, everybody. The Federal Reserve is set to announce its latest decision on interest rates this afternoon. A closely watched decision, as President Trump has been repeatedly calling for Fed Chair Jerome Powell to slash rates. CNN's Amy Kiley has the latest.
At this point, Powell.
The Federal Reserve is expected to hold rates steady today, despite objections from President Donald Trump. He says either the board should approve cuts or Fed Chair Jerome Powell should resign. Lower interest rates make it more affordable for Americans to borrow money, but economists say they can cause inflation. Powell says that's already a concern due to tariffs. The Yale Budget Lab predicts Trump's new ones this year could result in a 0.5 percentage point drop in real GDP growth.
Those losses mean about $2,700 in increased prices for consumers. Those losses mean fewer jobs in this country and less growth in this country.
Despite numbers like those, Trump is demanding rate cuts. His pressure campaign involves a visit to the Fed headquarters last Thursday. He argues its ongoing renovations are too expensive, and he blames Powell. Many analysts say investors want the chair to make decisions based on data, not politics.
If the numbers don't give him the ammo to go out and cut wildly the way Trump does it, it would be hugely reckless. The markets would immediately come back and say, whoa, what's going on here? We're seeing the full politicization of the Fed on the largest economy on the planet.
Trump says he probably won't try to fire Powell. The chair's term ends in May.
There's only so much he can do between now and then.
Well, I'd love him to lower interest rates.
I'm Amy Kiley reporting.
Welcome back to Good Morning Idaho, everybody. It is about 17 minutes past the hour on this Wednesday. Scott New joining me again. The Night Fire Nationals coming up this weekend. You guys have had some amazing people come to this track. We were talking earlier with Todd about how much these drivers, who are absolutely at the top of their game, love coming here.
Well, I think it's just fascinating. You go back to the beginning of 1972, a fellow by the name of Twig Ziegler won the first race. And through the course of time, we've literally had the who's who here, from Don the Snake Prudhomme, Tom the Mongoose McEwen. Both are former Night Fire winners. So is Raymond Beadle and the Blue Max. Gordy Bond and Ed the Ace McCullough, all these superstars of yesteryear that have since retired, are a part of the legacy and fabric of this event that now spans 54 years. Pretty amazing.
Yeah, it really is. And I think that, a lot of these modern racers, obviously they know that this place has a heritage that they want to be part of.
Well, and I think that's what attracts so many different people, is the lure of trying to win this championship title is a big, big deal. It's one of the marquee races all season long. The March Meet at Bakersfield, the Night Fire in Boise, those are two of the really sought-after events that have been around forever.
All right, so for someone who's never seen drag racing and they want to come to a great event, this would be a great one to come see. What would they expect to see?
Well, I just think under the lights, the nitro cars, you see header flames coming out of the pipes, the big burnouts. You get to see speeds of 250, maybe even 260 miles an hour in a quarter mile, followed by parachutes to get them stopped before the end of the racetrack. But it's just fascinating. And watching two of them at a time, there's not many things that you can describe unless you're here in person to watch it live.
So Friday, things kick off, and all the details for tickets.
Yeah, you could go by firebirdonline.com and you can get your tickets online, or you could buy tickets at the gate when you get here. Your choice.
It's going to be awesome weather, too. Do you ever think about just jumping into one of those? Wouldn't you love to do that?
It fascinates me, but I think I don't know if I got the guts. You probably do. I'm not sure I do.
I climbed in there earlier, and once you're in that thing, it's a little claustrophobic, and you realize how much power is there, and in a relatively small car. These guys are amazing, amazing drivers. Come check it out. The Night Fire Nationals here at Firebird Raceway, everyone. I'm reporter Roland Barris, Idaho News 6.
Sophia Cruz with the Idaho News 6 forecast.
All right, 6:19 is your time, and since we were talking about tsunamis earlier, let's talk about why they're forming and why we're actually looking at some advisories and warnings along the coast and why we saw those. So what happened yesterday was we had the earthquake in Russia. What it was at about 8.8 magnitude. What happens is when there's an earthquake, energy is then traveled upwards and expands in all directions. So as we saw that happen yesterday in Russia, today we're seeing now the aftermath of that, which is the tsunami warnings and advisories that we saw in place overnight and closer into Hawaii. Now, as the tsunami slowly makes its way closer to the shore, what happens is a series of waves will start building offshore. So you'll start to see these larger waves a little bit further from the coast, and what that's doing is drawing back all the water. And then as it starts to approach, again, this is when you'll start to really notice those changes and why they're telling people to get to higher ground near the coast. You'll start to see those larger waves being pulled upwards as that energy is forced upwards on land and as that tsunami makes its way closer. So the tsunami itself, or inundation, is also when those waves in series of strong, powerful, tall waves eventually shift on shore. Some of these can be upwards towards 10 feet, and that's what they were looking at for forecasting yesterday. Today, they're still kind of on the fence about it. It's a pretty hard thing to predict, so that's why those warnings and advisories are still in place. Now, as far as the distance it can travel, this can go upwards towards speeds of 500 miles per hour. And think about this. This is a very far distance to travel from Russia all the way to our coast. So that just goes to show it kind of depends on really the factors of the magnitude of the earthquake. It looks like the depth and the type. And yesterday we saw that one again in Russia. So that's why we're looking at again these advisories and warnings as you make your way further along the coast from California up to Washington. Closer to home, we have a red flag warning in place, and that's because we've seen this faucet of storms come through in our afternoons ahead. And today, that's going to be the similar story. So from Idaho all the way up to Washington and into Oregon today, those thunderstorm chances will continue on. And just to walk you through the next couple of hours, it's a pretty quiet start to the day. And then in the evening, those late afternoon evening storms roll through. By tomorrow, they will grow more widespread, and there will be a possibility to see a few severe ones out there with gusts upwards towards 50 miles per hour. So those strong damaging winds that can knock down trees. If you have anything outside your home that's loose, maybe those patio pillows, you're also going to want to bring those in. So this goes again from eastern Oregon all the way upwards towards our west central mountains into tomorrow afternoon. So I think it'll be a little bit more active by 6 o'clock tomorrow. But the good news as we head into the week, you'll get lower 90s Saturday and then approaching our first week of August, upper 80s.
Experts say it's 13 times more potent than morphine, yet you can get it at nearly any gas station. When we get back, it's Wellness Wednesday, and we look at the latest FDA crackdown on an addictive product readily available across the country.
In an effort to prevent the next opioid crisis, the FDA has announced a plan to restrict a substance that experts say is 13 times more potent than morphine. The compound, commonly referred to as 7-OH, is a synthetic concentrated byproduct of the kratom plant and can be found in tablets, gummies, drink mixes, and shots sold at gas stations and convenience stores.
Scientifically, by definition, it is an opioid, and yet it is sold in vape stores, in smoke shops, in convenience stores, and gas stations.
7-OH has been commonly used for pain relief and anxiety or as a stimulant. The administration is recommending classifying it as a controlled substance, saying you can become addicted to it in just days. In making the announcement, Health Secretary Robert Kennedy Jr. spoke about his own 14-year addiction to heroin.
This compulsion was absolutely impervious to my will. And part of the problem was just the availability.
The FDA has been confronting a growing number of dangerous products lining store shelves, including other unregulated supplements that have opioid-like effects, sometimes called gas station heroin. Kennedy saying the wide availability of these drugs could lead to a national crisis.
And they're marketed for children. They're gummy bears. They're bright colors. They're candy flavored. This is really a sinister industry.
The FDA has notified healthcare professionals, warning them about the danger of 7-OH. Rhiannon Alley, ABC News, New York.
In Emmett, the Heath family continues to make history with 4 generations in the rodeo ring.
Now we'll look outside from the Treasure Valley Chevy Dealers Tower Cam.
Connecting neighborhoods across the Treasure and Magic Valleys, telling stories from within our communities. This is Good Morning Idaho.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Good Morning Idaho and welcome to an absolutely beautiful Wednesday morning. It is gorgeous out here, nice and cool. I'm senior reporter Roland Barris coming to you live this morning from the Firebird Raceway ahead of this weekend's Night Fire Nationals, the biggest event of the year here at the racetrack. And we've been talking to the driver of California Hustler, and we'll be talking again with Todd Miller coming up in the car in a little bit this morning. Also coming up this morning, a lot from our team of neighborhood reporters, like a story new this morning as the Gem County Fair kicks off tomorrow. Our Greenlee Clark highlights an Emmett family that's been in the rodeo game for over 70 years, if you can imagine that. And a little after that, we're going to bring you an update on Boise's pro soccer team, which is now officially dubbed Athletic Club Boise. More on them as they gear up for league play next season. But first, let's get the latest on our weather this morning. Sophia Cruz, it is gorgeous out here this morning. The sun is starting to come up. It's nice and cool. This is the time to be outside because it is great.
Yeah, the mornings are the best times to get either the lawn work done or just to take the walk or doggo out maybe. It's nice and cool, but the good news is as we start to approach August is things are going to slowly cool down, although it may not feel like it, but next week it's looking pretty good. You've got our temperature outlook right here showing August 5th through the 9th. What this shows us is that we're sitting right in this bullseye, which means we have good confidence to see below average temperatures as we head into next week. Now, for today, that is not going to be the case. You've got upper 90s, so the heat is sticking around into your Wednesday. But what also we're looking at again, those chances of isolated storms. So this is again showing us from Idaho all the way to our friends in Washington down into Oregon. Storms will be possible today. I'll be showing you where it's more likely and then also what we can expect through the end of the week. Roland.
Thanks, Sophia. Sorry, I'm having a little technical difficulty with my IFB, but we're back on track now, and we turn now to the news this morning, and the very latest on Highway 55's Rainbow Bridge, which, as our Riley Shoemaker reports, could be coming down soon.
When a pet crosses the Rainbow Bridge, it's a euphemism for reaching the end of its life. In Idaho, that time could soon be coming for the Rainbow Bridge itself. New details first unearthed by Boise Dev reveal recommendations to dismantle the iconic but increasingly ancient bridge along Highway 55. As senior reporter John Nelson has reported, the plan was always to replace the bridge with something safer and more modern. But ITD was exploring options to keep the older bridge as well as an observation point for pedestrians and a bit of nostalgia. Now, high costs and safety concerns might make it infeasible.
But something like a deceleration lane on a 55-mile-per-hour road is hundreds of feet long. And so you would need sufficient width to decelerate traffic, to make a turn into something like a parking area or observation point. And the opportunities for those at this location are just practically non-existent.
ITD says costs to repair and maintain the old bridge could range from $20 to $50 million over the next 15 to 20 years. And that's without factoring in the cost of any other improvements like a pullout or viewpoint.
Anything that we would put in place as an observation point or an overlook or things would have to be designed to current standards, and it would be quite large and technically challenging to find a place for that.
Now that's money that could be spent on other projects, and even with the repairs, ITD says the old bridge would be unsafe for vehicles and even pedestrians. In any scenario, highway traffic will be directed across a new, wider bridge north of the old bridge site. The new bridge will feature an improved approach angle with better visibility for drivers. And in a nod to the old bridge, designers are considering a similar rainbow-like arch. Construction on the structure is set to start in 2028. So what's next? Well, the recommendation to remove the old bridge is just that, a recommendation. It still needs to get through a lengthy review and approval process. Another wrinkle, the Rainbow Bridge is a nationally designated historic site, so any plans to tear it down would require additional analysis. Have an opinion? You still have time to submit your feedback. The public comment period runs through August 5th. Look for the link on our website.
The City of Nampa wants to hear from you about a proposed project they hope will improve traffic and safety in a fast-growing part of town. I'm your Canyon County neighborhood reporter Victoria Rodriguez, taking a look at what's being proposed and how you can help take part in the final design. This busy intersection in South Nampa could soon look a lot different. The City and Highway District are proposing a major overpass project that would add a bridge over the Union Pacific Railroad tracks to better connect Robinson and Greenhurst roads.
Along that corridor, and as we looked at the intersection at Greenhurst and Robinson, we knew we needed to do improvements at that intersection, but any improvements we would do there would be limited due to the railroad crossing.
By the year 2050, officials expect traffic along Robinson Road to triple, exceeding 16,000 cars a day. Two design options are on the table. One would realign the intersection farther from the tracks, which they hope would reduce crashes by 61%. The other, while more cost-effective, could still cut crashes by 50%.
All of the property owners that have been affected, we've personally went and knocked on doors.
The city says this is just the beginning of the planning phase, and public feedback will help shape the final design. So if you're someone who frequently travels this route, you have until August 4th to share your thoughts. I'm your Canyon County neighborhood reporter Victoria Rodriguez in Nampa, Idaho News 6.
A heads up to Caldwell drivers, more overnight lane closures are on the way this week as crews work to move westbound lanes back to the westbound side of I-84. Take a look at what you can expect. The Centennial Way westbound off-ramp will close for 3 nights in a row starting Thursday night. The 10th Avenue westbound off-ramp will close Friday and Saturday, and the Franklin Road westbound on-ramp will be closed just 1 night on Saturday. All closures will last from 10 p.m. to 5 a.m.
Football season is almost here, and now it's time to score your tickets on the Blue. After a historic season, Boise State are once again the favorites to win the Mountain West Championship. The program's first three-peat would be a storybook ending. Remember, the Broncos leave for the Pac-12 next year. The Broncos play 6 games at home. Here's a look at that schedule. Single game tickets are now on sale, but the very best seats are going to be in those mini plans and season ticket offerings. Check it out at broncosports.com.
The Gem County Fair is more than just an event. It's a legacy for the Heath family in Emmett. I'm your Emmett neighborhood reporter Greenlee Clark, taking you through generations of rodeo tradition and heartfelt memories.
Well, my dad, of course, started it all, and my mom was just right beside him.
This year, Eddie Heath is the Grand Marshal for the Gem County Fair, but his family has taken part in these festivities since 1949. It all started with his dad, Curly Heath, who not only took on the role of rodeo clown, but also introduced some friends to the fair, like Minnie Pearl, the famous mule, and even a pet raccoon named Cooney. One time, he even tried to bring home a rattlesnake.
My mom said, "You can take that rattlesnake somewhere, or I won't be here." Well, Mom stayed, and the rattlesnake ran.
For the town of Emmett, it's no surprise Curly, Minnie Pearl, Eddie, and Matt Heath have all been inducted into the Idaho Rodeo Hall of Fame. Now, the legacy continues with Eddie's grandson, Lincoln Heath, who's ready to write his own rodeo chapter.
I asked him this year, I said, you want to enter a sheep in the sheep rat? And he goes, yep. And so he's ready to go for it.
What are you going to be doing?
Sheep.
Riding sheep?
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be pretty neat, you know. His grandfather's the grand marshal of the rodeo, and he's going to be riding a sheep, so it's going to be pretty darn cool.
While they're used to clowning around, the fair is a big deal for the Heath family. And while it's grown over the years, the heart of it remains the same. A time and place to focus on Emmett's agricultural roots and show support for the next generation.
They really changed it for the better.
The Gem County Fair kicks off Thursday with a weekend full of events running from July 31st to August 2nd. I'm your Emmett neighborhood reporter, Greenlee Clark, for Idaho News 6.
20 minutes before the hour on this Wednesday morning back here at Firebird Raceway. Let's take a look at what's happening in your neighborhood today. Alive After 5 makes its return to downtown Boise today with a boot juice and a surf green machine. This is downtown Boise's 38th year putting on free concerts on the Grove Plaza and will continue to do so through this summer. Downtown Plays will be on site with free games, and that all starts at 5 p.m. It is day 2 of Hialdi today with more ways to celebrate and learn about Basque culture. There are a ton of people here for that. Today it is a continuation of Basking on the Block, where you can expect food, drinks, and strolling musicians on the Basque Block. That starts at 5 p.m. and get ready too for Sports Night tomorrow at Idaho Central Arena. We'll have a preview of that tomorrow morning. Also, something for the kids this morning, it's Truckapalooza, the Star Elementary School parking lot, soon to be filled with a plethora of huge vehicles where you can learn more about them and the people that drive them, get inside them, experience them. It's pretty cool. That's at 10 a.m. this morning.
Boise's newest pro soccer team is taking shape. I'm Garden City neighborhood reporter Riley Shoemaker taking you on a look inside Athletic Club Boise. Less than a year from kickoff, a new era of professional soccer is taking shape here in Boise. I'm Garden City neighborhood reporter Riley Shoemaker with a look inside at Athletic Club Boise, the city's most ambitious pro sports venture yet. Right now, it's mostly dirt, but Boise's first major pro team is laying the groundwork for something big. By 2026, the campus on the old racetracks of Expo, Idaho will transform into a full-scale venue for Athletic Club Boise.
Soccer is one of the things that is multi-generational, right? This is a place where you want kids that are coming to games in 2026 to be parents that bring their kids and then become grandparents that bring their grandkids, and I think that's the legacy piece.
And this week, a major name joined the ownership group. Former U.S. men's national team goalkeeper and ESPN's lead soccer analyst, Casey Keller.
He really joined our ownership group because he wants to make a huge impact here in the Treasure Valley.
Keller brings both national visibility and deep soccer expertise to a team already seeing strong community support, including nearly 5,500 season ticket deposits. Jeremy Fishbein, vice president of soccer, is leading the charge to build the roster from scratch.
There's just been tremendous interest. We have to basically build an entire new roster. You don't have a single returning player, which is exciting, but it's a big task.
Fishbein says the first step is finding the right head coach, someone who knows the player pool and shares the team's values.
And it's just finding somebody whose values and skill set match the club's.
The team plans to connect with local youth clubs and community organizations across the valley, and they say Keller's involvement underscores the level of commitment to building something lasting in Boise.
Our ownership group is almost 100% local, right? And so everybody's rooted here and everybody wants to make a significant impact that's positive.
Athletic Club Boise's inaugural season kicks off in March of 2026, but tickets, merch, and community events are already in motion. We'll have more in this story on IdahoNews6.com. I'm your Garden City neighborhood reporter Riley Shoemaker, Idaho News 6.
Neighborhood of the day, Nampa. You've got upper 90s heading into the afternoon. I'll be showing you the nice cool down as we approach August coming up.
13 minutes before the hour. Welcome back to Good Morning Idaho, everybody. I'm senior reporter Roland Barris. We're out here at Firebird Raceway talking about the Night Fire Nationals coming up, and we're actually inside California Hustler, and Todd Miller is joining us. He's the driver of California Hustler, owned by Don Nelson, by the way.
Don Nelson is the car owner?
Not our Don Nelson from Channel 6.
No, I hear there's another Don Nelson here in town. Yeah.
Right. This takes big money, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's a very expensive sport, definitely. Yeah.
And the reason is the equipment here, and you can see right in front of us that motor. I mean, that is something really unique.
Yeah, it's an all billet aluminum Hemi, supercharged, burns nitromethane for fuel. It's got a magneto, 2-speed transmission. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's high performance. Yeah.
Yeah, and we're talking 3,500 horsepower.
Yep, 3,500, 4,000 horsepower. Runs a quarter mile in 5.6 seconds at well over 250 miles an hour.
250 miles per hour. What do you like on the roadway?
Oh, I try to tame it down on the roadway and get my speed on the racetrack for sure.
Okay, right, exactly. You get your kicks out on the racetrack. Yeah. People want to learn more about this. How can they learn more about your car?
Oh, we have social media. You can come follow us on California Hustler NFC. We're on Instagram and Facebook.
What's it going to take to win here?
It's consistency. Every run, you got to be on your game. The car's got to go down the track quick and fast every run.
So, Night Fire Nationals is a great event. We got big names that have been here for years and years and years. Todd Miller among them. Come check it out, everybody. It starts Friday, runs through the weekend. If you've never seen any drag racing before, this is the race to check out. This is what everyone wants to come to, right?
This is the race. If you've only going to be out here one time, this is the one to come to for sure. All racers put this on their calendar.
Hey, listen, best of luck to you in the races this weekend. Thanks for being here this morning. Appreciate it, Todd.
Awesome. Thanks, Roland. It's a pleasure to be here. Thank you.
All right, reporting from Firebird Raceway, I'm senior reporter Roland Barris. Come check out the drags, everyone. Idaho News 6.
Sophia Cruz with the Idaho News 6 forecast.
All right, well, it's 6:48 on this wonderful Wednesday morning. I hope you're having a good start to the work week. We're halfway there to the weekend, and as we make our way into the weekend, you'll find that it's going to get pretty comfortable outside, and into early next week, you're really going to like the afternoons ahead. Now, for today, it is still a warm start. I'm showing you a look of downtown where the clouds have increased. The sun is shining, and temperatures kicking off our morning at about 70 degrees, so it's a warmer start to the day for us, and that's because we're looking at a hot afternoon. What's really influencing our weather pattern right now is just this stubborn ridge down to our south. What this has been doing is causing some very hot weather for our friends in Colorado, but as this amplifies over us, this is going to bring us the hottest day ahead today, and then we'll slowly and gradually cool as we make our way into next month. Now, overall this morning, you're kicking it off in the mid-60s along your valley floors, 47 waking up in Stanley, so nice and cool as you head out there, but again, by this afternoon, we are looking pretty hot. You've got 100 heading your way in Glenns Ferry, 100 in Ontario, upper 90s between Mountain Home and Caldwell. If you're in our mountains, you'll see those lower 90s to mid 80s, so it'll still be pretty comfortable there. But not only that, we are having a red flag warning today, so heads up on that end from Rome as you make your way into Oregon. That's where we're looking at that, so avoid outdoor burning. Where you see this tan area right here, those are those tsunami advisories that we were talking about a little bit earlier this morning. Those wave heights are expected to increase throughout the later days, so that's what they're watching for. For us, we're not really near the coast, so what our really weather maker throughout the week has been just that area of high pressure down to the south of us and how stagnant it's remained and how it's just really causing the southwesterly flow to increase our chances of thunderstorms. You'll notice that we start to see some pop up today around 6 o'clock. It looks like into eastern Oregon. As we continue through the day, not very many changes to come, but by Thursday morning, clouds will have really increased over our friends in the west central mountains. Through that later end, that's when we can look at that possibility of more widespread storms to come through. This spreads from eastern Oregon all the way upwards towards our west central mountains. So tomorrow will be a little bit of a more stormier day for us. However, it's still going to be a pretty nice day throughout it. These storms don't move into the later evening, so heads up on that end. But we also notice as we head into the next month and really the next week, we cool to those mid to upper 80s. So cooler weather is right around the corner. We just got to get through next couple of hot days. All right, now let's go get you ready for your morning commute.
Idaho News 6 traffic is brought to you by Champion Windows.
All right, 6:51 is your time. And here's another look of downtown where the commuters are heading out on this wonderful Wednesday morning. I hope you're having a good start to your morning so far. As far as what we look like on buildup, no surprises here. I-84 eastbound, that's always the area we see most congestion in the morning. But just to give you a good look from Cunin Meridian, looks very busy, almost like a parking lot. So heads up if you are traveling out in that eastbound lane. It's starting to get pretty busy out there, and it's almost close to 6:52, so it's almost 7 a.m. Now I-84 at the Y, you'll notice a few cars out there, but still pretty sleepy on some of these roads. You've got Broadway Avenue also looking like another clear spot.
In this morning's GMA First Look, never before seen footage of convicted murderer Brian Kohberger at a traffic stop in Idaho just 3 months before he killed University of Idaho students Kaylee Consalves, Madison Mogan, Xana Kernodle, and Ethan Chapin.
Were you wearing your seatbelt when I stopped you? No. That's no good.
Kohberger was pulled over driving his Hyundai Elantra in the town of Moscow where the murders happened. Initially stopped for speeding, the officer decides to cite Kohberger for not wearing a seatbelt.
Just for future reference, I mean, I'm obviously an honest person, right? I told you I wasn't wearing my safety belt. When people lie to you about that, say I lied to you about that, right? Just for my own knowledge. You honestly go back and look at that, or
And coming up at 7 a.m., we'll have much more on the latest in this case. With your GMA First Look, I'm Rhiannon Alley, ABC News, New York.
Welcome back to Good Morning Idaho, everyone, and we are just starting to wrap things up on a Wednesday morning. In case you missed it, here are the top stories we're following from our neighborhood reporters. We are learning more about the victims aboard that tragic plane crash in Nampa. The family now identified as Justine and Brandon Leroy, along with their 23-month-old son, Paxton. A cousin releasing a statement saying, in part, that words fail in moments like this. A proposed overpass in South Nampa aims to improve safety and ease traffic delays in one of the fastest growing parts of the city. The project would carry Robinson Road over the Union Pacific Railroad tracks, and the city is looking for your input on that. And Highway 55's iconic Rainbow Bridge could soon be coming down. ITD had previously floated the idea of keeping the old bridge around for pedestrians as an observation point as well, but safety concerns and high costs make that unlikely. You can learn more about that and all of these stories on our website, idahonews6.com.
Now, the Out the Door forecast, brought to you by Pella Windows and Doors.
All right, well, 6:57 is your time, and as you head out for your morning, it is going to be a little bit of a warmer start for you. You've got 9 a.m., lower 70s as you get ready for the rest of the day. We will be traveling into those upper 90s this afternoon, so it's going to be quite a hot one. Make sure you've got your air conditioning going in that car today, and then also just drinking plenty of water and taking shade breaks if you work outside. If you want to read more about the forecast, you can head on over to idahonews6.com. Otherwise, let's go get you ready to head into work.
Idaho News 6 traffic is brought to you by Champion Windows.
6:57 is your time, and we're giving you a look of downtown. Good morning to you if you're just joining us. We're showing you the roads right now, and you'll see that I-84 eastbound is starting to look at a little bit of slow up as you make your way on there. If you are heading in that direction generally right now, downtown itself and making its way off of Chinden onto US 20 is just under 13 minutes, so it doesn't look too bad out there. Caldwell into downtown right now, building quite quickly for this time of day. You've got just under 34 minutes, so looks a little bit of a busier start for us on this Wednesday. Welcome back, Roland. We didn't get to see you yesterday, but you missed it. We were talking about swamp butt. Have you ever heard of that?
No, I heard you mention that. We don't have any worries about that this morning because it's nice and cool out this morning. But
thankfully.
Look at this. Don Nelson owns this car here. Did you see that? Did you know he was a big racer? He's not, actually. That's from a guy from California. But Nightfire National's coming up. Take a look at a car like this. How about getting to work fast? You can do that pretty easy in 3,500 horsepower, everyone. Nightfire Nationals this weekend. Thanks for joining us on GMI. We'll see you later, everyone.